Hi, I'm Leah from the Shadowpixie, and I'm going to be showing you 2 ways to turn this long piece of fabric into either like a gauntlet that wraps up the arm or a leg wrap as well that can be worn like a boot topper. Okay, so let's see. So the first thing I'm going to show you is the arm wrap. So to wrap around the arm, the first thing you want to do is find the end that is just one piece of fabric like this. The other end is split into 2. So find the single end, and there's a little leather piece near the end. And you take the fabric that's right below it and kind of tuck it up and under the leather. You don't have to do that, but I like how it looks better. Okay, and then you're going to lay that piece on the top of your wrist. And then with the small short end here, you're going to wrap that under the wrist and up under this piece of fabric. And then very carefully, you're going to pull that tight. And now you've got it anchored in place, so when you start wrapping, it's not going to slip. So now I'm just going to start wrapping the rest of this fabric up my arm. And I'm going to go at different angles just to mix it up a bit. If you go straight for every wrap, then it really ends up looking like a bandage or something, and that's kind of lame. So we'll just go kind of zigzag, and these are really long, so you have enough fabric. Like here I'm going to do, I'll go up, and then I'll go back down over it. So now I've got like an X thing, okay? And once you get to the end, okay, there. So now I'm near the end, and as you can see, it splits into 2. So I'm going to drop one, and the other I'm going to keep wrapping like that. And then with the other one that I let go of before, I'm going to pull it in the opposite direction. So actually I'm going to hold this snug in one hand while I pull this one in the opposite direction. And then I can let go. And now see how there's one on each side? So I'm going to take these together and I'm going to tie them in a knot. And this is actually pretty hard to do one-handed. If this was mine, I would just use my teeth to help me, but I'm not going to do that right now. So we'll tie that in a knot, and now it's going to stay in place. And with the ends, I'm just going to keep wrapping them around my arm and then tuck them in at the very end, like that. Okay, and then you can play with it as you practice. You'll get better, and just play with how the leather pieces lie on your arm and figure out what looks best. So that's how to do the arm wrap. Let's tuck that piece under too. So next I'm gonna move this down and I'm gonna show you the leg. Okay, so there. So for the leg wrap, it's going to be a little different. Instead of starting at the end, you're going to start in the middle. So I'm going to find the approximate middle of my fabric, and I'm going to put it on the front of my leg right above my boot. And then with one end in each hand, you're just going to start wrapping in opposite directions and crisscrossing the fabric like so. Now you can hold the fabric nice and wide like I'm doing here, and you're going to have to like keep an eye on it and make sure it stays wide and not bunches up, or not bunch up, like that. And then you're going to have pretty full coverage. I mean, you can spread it out if you don't want any gaps. And then when you get to the end, you just take your 2 pieces and just tie them in a knot like that. And then same as before, you tuck in your ends so that nothing's hanging down if you don't like it. Okay? So that's one way. So the other way to do it with the leg, it's basically the exact same, but the only thing you're doing differently is instead of holding this wide and flat, you're gonna bunch it up in your hands. So here, I'll start this here, and then I'm gonna hold these tight like that. And then as I wrap, I'm gonna purposely leave gaps Now the leather, I mean, you want to keep that flat because that's really what looks the best. But then when you get to the t-shirt bits, you know, just hold them snug and wrap it like that. And then you've got all these cool gaps in there. And then same as before, just tie your knot. With this one, I'm going to see how that looks, just leaving it, and then I'll tuck in the short end like that. Okay, that's all there is to it. The arm and the leg. Okay, so hopefully that explained a little bit of how to wear the wraps, and if you have any questions at all, you know, just text me or send a message on my Etsy. I mean, it's the shadowpixie.etsy.com. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.